love, Yahweh. Okay, I'm sending lots of peace and love your way. So, yeah, we're just starting this 2026 off right. You feel me? So I pray that y'all can hear me. And yeah, I really pray that this connection actually works. The last one I was on, I don't think it was even working at all. And the one before that, it was working, but it kept being shut off. And my phone, I'm sitting here in one place, right? And my phone said that I had good service, but yet my live stream early this morning was, yeah, enough said. I'm not even gonna go into details because I actually need to learn the certain words that I can't say that throw off different things. I don't know how much y'all know about creating content and the do's and don'ts and all that stuff, but there are do's and don'ts and whatnot. And so yeah, that's kind of what I was talking about. But anyways, I'm going to move on to the next thing, yo. Good morning, yo. Much love from the West Coast, yo. Happy New Year's to you and everybody. Amazing. Thank you. My dog says Happy New Year's too. Come here, baby girl. Say Happy New Year's to them, mommy. Yeah, say hi. Say hi, everyone. She says, uh-oh, Daddy got me on live stream again. I don't like this. Yo, what's good, everyone? My dog is camera shy. She does not like the camera, but maybe eventually she'll get over it, Like last night with the fireworks. I had to have a talk. I had to have a coach with my dog, because she was scared, and I'm like, yo, check it out. This happens. This is a natural occurrence every year. So, and twice a year usually at least, right? For 4th of July and New Year's. So, I'm like, baby girl, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. I just held her and made her feel real comfortable and put her like in between my legs under the blankets, was like, yo, like you're all good. The fireworks are not the end of the world, I promise. And finally I actually literally calmed my dog down. She stopped shaking and stopped freaking out over the fireworks. And then every time it went off, like she didn't even jump. So I was working on my dog and helping her get over her fear of fireworks last night. So yeah. Right? Happy New Year's to you, bro. Much love, yo. What's good? I forgot her name, Daisy. Yeah, Daisy's my dog's name. And she she gets all kinds of itchies from being out on the beach, the sand and whatnot. I don't know what she all picks up there, but yeah, she loves it anyway, so I have to go ahead and keep bringing her out there. And so after this live stream, I do have another one that should be uploaded here in like an hour or less than an hour now. And it was like a real in-depth walk of this area right here. So yeah, check it out, yo, later on, when it comes out. Yeah, I think you'll like it. It's really beautiful, super beautiful, yo. And right now it's raining. So, right now I'm like, I want to go outside with y'all, but it's raining and I don't have any proper rain gear. So, it is what it is, yo. Man, that's okay. Let me explain why I like to use that word, because to me, that word just means that you understand, right? You understand all these different things that just happen and things that you got to just deal with, right? So for me, when I say it is what it is, it's just like, acknowledging that it's outside of my control and to just roll with it, So yeah, that's, some people can't stand that word, but to me, that's what it means. So yeah, anyways, sending much love for 2026, man. We're We're in a new year. We can finally brush off 25. Yo, we got to brush it way off. Give me a compressor. Does somebody have a nozzle? Let me blow it far away. Let's blow 2025 far away. You understand? Like, man, this is going to be a better year. The more we focus on what actually matters, the better this year's going to be. So I cannot, the word cannot wait is not even it. I've literally been already living it. So, man, this awakening that's coming, I'm very excited about it, even though at times, it can be depressing that, so many people are, okay, this is going to come out bad because people really don't like to hear this, but, I got to keep saying it because, we cannot collapse the system, this old system that's controlled our lives forever. Like, literally, the system has been in place for way too long. And those of you that know about the pyramid, right? So up at the top is the ones that actually control us, right? The 1%. So if anybody at least understands that, then maybe you'll know what I'm talking about. Okay, we got to stand up to that 1%. Why is there 90% of us controlled by the 1%? Because the 4% are their puppets. So the 4% that they're below that 1% are all their puppets, right? All these political figures and whatnot, right? So, they're controlled by the 1%. And then there's the 5% like myself who try to wake up the rest of the 90%. So that's really what's going on. And I cannot be more excited to keep at this, to keep at it, because what's very real is that regardless if people aren't ready for the truth, and regardless if they don't want to allow themselves to identify what's actually going on, and they don't want to look at the truth for what it is, that's okay. That's okay. The truth remains the truth, regardless what they want to think. So the truth isn't just what people think. Truth is actually a very deep subject. Okay. That's part of that 1% that controls from the top of the pyramid. You feel me? They control the reality for so many people. But thank God there are so many people out there that see this. Man, once you see the game, once you see the game for really what it is, you cannot really unsee it. Just like Pac said. Just like Tupac said, yo. Do y'all remember that interview with Tupac? I really am actually super curious, and let me, it's kind of rainy here as well. I'm getting ready for the day and wanted to come wish you and the community a happy New Year's. Blessings. Yes. This is a community-based platform right here. I, as much as I can, I try to, get rid of negativity that comes up and stuff, because I don't want other people to even have to see that. If I can do something about it, if I see it happen. Otherwise, sometimes the comments get going so much that I can't focus on two things at once all the time. But I do my best to try to keep this a positive community. So much love, everyone out there. Yes, much love, yo. I just, I can't let this connection I have go to waste. I can't continue to, I've already been on my mission for like 10 years now. So, it's been a bumpy road, and there's been a lot of distractions in the way throughout these last 10 years, a lot of distractions. And I only started putting stuff on YouTube like just over 2 years ago now. is when I actually started. I had one video that was like 5 years ago before I was an actual channel, and it was just of my car. I was doing an interstate pull. I was actually getting onto the interstate, and I just wanted to show some people what a little bit of throttle in a Lincoln Mark 8 can do with that dual overhead cam V8 breathing. So yeah, that was like my first real video, but it wasn't. I wasn't a channel yet. I was just a regular account on YouTube, and then yeah, so almost 3 years ago now, I transitioned to being a channel because I'd been on this path for so long that I was like, man, actually, to be 100% real, David Wilcock, I really do owe the beginning of this channel to David Wilcock, because on one of his live streams, one of his many live streams that are hours long, recently, I don't really like where his content is going, and I've even said something about it. And I actually had over 30 likes on the comment that I dropped on there about how I don't like where his content is headed right now. There's a lot of people that are with me. So, because his videos used to be like 5-6 hours long, and now he's limiting himself to 3 hours. I'm like, bro, what is that? You're giving us half the value that you used to. Like, he's becoming a little greedy, a little selfish. He's pushing really hard to get donations in. And then right around that 3 hour mark, he's like, all right. It's like, but bro, you used to drop like 6 hour long live streams that were really valuable information, extremely valuable information. So yeah, but anyways, he's the one that really got me motivated to start my own channel, because in one of his live streams a long time ago, a couple plus years ago now, like basically 2.5 whatever years ago, he was saying that, to stop waiting for him to show up every week for a live stream and start taking this information and doing your own work with it. Don't just wait for me, like, take this information and help others. So that's literally what inspired me to change my account here from just an account to being a channel. Is, I was on this path of knowing for some years now. By this point in time, I'd already been watching his content for some years before this live stream that he made, where he was talking about, hey, don't wait for me, so yeah, this information is very, very amazing. And anyone can always dig further into it. Always. There's because a big source of this information is the Law of One. And the Law of One is a 1981 prophecy. It was a prophecy from 1981 to 1984. And it was a connection between a doctor and Ra. So yeah, the higher density being out there known as Ra, who people thought were a sun god, but he's not a god. There's only one God. These people that they thought were gods are we're just higher density beings, and that's one of the big teachings about all this stuff, is different density levels of consciousness, because we are approaching fourth density. Like, start to think about that for a second, about, some of the different people out there other than just me who seem to kind of be on this different wavelength. We seem to kind of be connected in a different way. It's not by coincidence. One thing that you learn if you study into numerology. Okay, I first learned about numerology when I was 19 years old, thanks to a messenger. I met a real messenger when I was 19 years old out in Seattle, Washington. And long story, I like to always go back into that story, but I saved his life, and because there was a religious gathering there in Seattle by the Westlake Mall, and yeah, they tried to jump him. He was all in a white robe and white tallow on his head, and like this guy was a messenger. He could speak and write in Hebrew and everything, and had a lot of information to share with me. So I protected him. And yeah, that right there in itself, it was doing God's work. So technically my mission began then. I was in alignment. I was in a new place that I'd never been. I left Billings, Montana, and drove all the way to Seattle, Washington, and then met this messenger. Coincidences do not exist. Everything happens for a reason. And so, these people that still believe in coincidence, it's just because they have a lack of study. There's there's so much information out there that'll make you okay. Back to numerology, for instance, because numerology is amazing. Who knows about numerology? Oh, numerology is very good stuff. So I love to share information about that. And that's why I actually dropped my video at 9:11 a.m. my time. My time, this live stream started at 9:11, which, it is the New Year's. So I'm like, all right, we're going to start this new year off with some real stuff. We're going to start the live stream at 9:11 a.m. my time. Just so, because, yeah, there's so much coded information about 9/11 that you can discover through numerology. And I do have a watered down version, the only version of this video that is allowed to exist. Let me put that again, okay? The video I have in my playlist section that talks about that is a watered down version. And the only reason that it exists is because it is watered down. The original copy of that video is one of the things that messenger had showed me when I was 19 years old. Okay, that video has been long banned. It dropped way too much information about this. It was on a whole nother level of awakening. Like, that's when I learned there's no such thing as coincidence. Numerology tells a much different story. Much different. When you use the laws of numerology and break down dates throughout history, and not even just dates. A lot of times, like for instance, the number of stories, the number of windows, all these different numbers could all be broken down to 9/11. So, like, very crazy stuff. So, yeah, like, that was the beginning of my journey. I was only 19. Now I'm 32. So, I cannot be dormant any longer. I cannot limit myself any longer. Watching all the things that are going on unfold is sickening. It's disturbing. And seeing how much division there is out in the world is very unsettling. And if people can gain some wisdom, they'll see a much different picture. Because if you even see this one thing, just this one thing alone means a lot. United we stand, divided we fall. Religion is one of those tools that they used. It's a tool that they used to keep us divided, because they knew from the very beginning, united we stand, divided we fall. We can't stand together if we're too divided. If our views don't align, it creates division. And through this division is how that they have kept us from taking back the power that's ours. They came to this planet a long time ago. Yes, there were people already on this planet. Not a whole lot by this point in time. And when they came here, being a higher density being from a different planet, they were like, hey, check it out. We have a higher consciousness level than these people here. And because we are from a higher consciousness level, we have much more technology. We're technologically way more advanced. So, let's manipulate these people and make them our bitch. Okay? That's what they did. These Martians came down and that's what they did. And this happened like a long time ago. So, like hundreds of years ago. And that's why the people who are involved with that know. That's why they have an eye placed in the pyramid. They have used our co-creative abilities from within our consciousness. We have these co-creative abilities of the creator, the one infinite creator, right? They have used that to enslave us. And that is a big, huge focus on my channel here. Oh, the law of one.info. Yes. Law of one.info. And I'm so thankful that the 2025 season came to an end. And I'm sorry that I lost somebody there. I lost y'all. I know there's so much information on this. So much. That's why I cannot wait to get a computer. I had a computer for a very short time. And now I don't have a computer. I haven't had one in a while now. So I haven't been able to make the type of content that I would love to do because, I have a whole lot of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And I love to share that with people. My focus is being of service to others. And to love myself and everyone. So that's why, when the trolls start coming in, I do my best to not show hate. I do my best, but there comes a line that you kind of have to draw between, protecting yourself against, there's so many demons out there. There's so many demons out there, and they come and they get attached to the light, and they want to try to shut it all down. So yeah, very, very real stuff. And I don't know if this thing is still working. Let me see. All right, let's see if I can get this to work. It didn't really want to. I think it stopped working. I'm having lots of technical difficulties out here. So hopefully they work themselves out. But yeah, other than that, I'm just I'm in the spirit. I'm just really happy. There's so much information to cover that sometimes I kind of start going around a little bit. Hey, what's good, yo? What's good? Yakio Martinez, what's good? Much love, yo. I've been having a Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's, yo. It's 2026 now. I'm so happy. I'm so happy we're now living in 2026. And goodbye to 25. We got to brush that off and chalk it out and figure out what we learned from it. You know, because this life is a school. That this world that we live in on this planet. This planet is a school. We're here to learn. So, you know, that's why sometimes a lot of different negative things that can happen in our life, it's not a bad thing. You know, a lot of times it's trying to teach us a lesson. So I love now tuning into these different things and seeing what I can learn from it. You feel me? And yes, with the Happy New Year's. Yo, I have a good video over there about that I made just right over here. I was filming the water and all kinds of, man, you have to check it out. It should be released here in about 23 minutes. So yeah, in 23 minutes I have another little live stream that's coming out that I had earlier. This is already my third live stream this morning because the first one that I was doing started to get tampered with. I had some traction and I was going too hard and they literally shut it down. So I even tried to reopen it and it just won't stay open. It's not a connection issue because as soon as I gave up and I was like, okay, I'll just start a new one. And so I did that. And then bam, I was like online again, but nobody was seeing it. So yeah. I got to be careful of how much I expose per video. Literally, like, they are watching me so hardcore right now, it's not even funny. It's literally not even funny. So let me light up a cigarette and calm down. It's it's morning time, and I got only some decent sleep last night. I woke up really early, which is a blessing. I love when I wake up early. Today I woke up at like 4 a.m. Just awake, like, it's a spiritual alignment with our one infinite creator. He's waking you up to try to teach you, like, hey, wake up, let's go, let's get this day going, and enjoy it while it's still calm. So yeah, that's what's amazing about waking up at like 4 a.m. Just having that really good connection. And pretty much every time I wake up that early, within no time, I want to jump straight into a live stream. I'm like, okay, I'm awake, I'm following my calling, and now I got to go. So then I jump on the live and get it going, because yeah, I'm very thankful for this connection. And yeah, yesterday was a tough day. Yesterday was very tough. The end of 2025, of course, it was going to be a tough day. So I don't know who else kind of had a tough day yesterday, but for me, yeah, I had a tough day yesterday. And it wasn't that there wasn't still in alignment. It was just that, it's really hard for me to meet basic survival. For me to survive right now is hard. And all these negative forces out there, you know, they come in and they see what you got going on, and they're like, but wait, you're supposed to be just a puppet. You're supposed to just do as they say and not question anything. No, those are demon souls out there that are so attached to the system that's been created that they don't want to let anyone see the light. Because once people see the light, man, if people would have actually paid attention to what Tupac was talking about in his interviews, in that one interview when he said, man, once you see this vision that God gives you, you can't unsee it. Which is why he faked his death. It's very, very true. People, you know, even Bob Marley, just two examples of, you know, Bob Marley and Tupac. If only more people would have paid attention to what they were talking about in their interviews, especially Tupac, because Tupac had a plan, and he was trying to get people to peep game of what he was about to do, but people continued to slumber. And humanity still continues to slumber. So the more that they continue to sleep, it's just like, you know, we are our own saviors. We are our own saviors. Nobody's going to come and do it for us. And to me, it just doesn't make sense why humanity wants what they're waiting for. Like, that's what's motivated me to make this content is there's not going to be a green light go. You have to turn on your own light and go. If you're just gonna wait, nothing's gonna happen. The more people continue to slumber, the mass consciousness is in a slumber party right now. And thank God there's beings out there like me, many others like me, who refuse to slumber. Because we've seen visions, we've been awake now, and there's no going back to sleep. So, you know, I really pray that humanity will choose to stop sleeping. You know what I mean? That's my prayer. Sorry, I had to do some preaching because, man, that's really my main focus. I got to keep being a voice to try to get people to stand up for what's right. Let's go. Revolutionary. You feel me? Come on, yo, Bob Marley. This is like on the mission of that Bob Marley. And happy New Year's, yo. Sorry, I've been just, man, I'm vibing out right now, you know, on this Happy New Year's and 2026 and just vibing and just having an open topic of just flow. I'm just I'm trying to share this connection I have and pray that it reaches even one person at a time. That's the mission. If it can even reach one person at a time, that's a blessing. So much love, everyone. And I'm yesterday was very hard. No food or gas or water. I finally was able to get the little water and a little tiny bit of food last night. But other than that, I'm on a I'm fasting right now. I'm on a fast. 2026. I'm on a 2026 fast right now. And yeah, I have no money. I cannot get food or gas or anything. So that's what's made it really tough yesterday. I was so hungry and just so, man, I was just praying. I was literally praying that I could find a blessing out there to help me, and I couldn't. So, I was just, it wasn't coming through. And so I'm like, oh man, but I'm just so hungry, and I need gasoline for my RV, my home. This is my home. This is what I got. So broken weed and those, I don't know what you're even saying. That's in yeah, so I don't know if that was trying to be negative. Then you can just rephrase yourself, because yeah, no negativity here. This is 2026, okay? We are way too wise for these old attacks. So yeah, you can miss us with your hateful opinions and whatnot. Those if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't fucking say it. That's a song Bozy just dropped. Bozy just dropped that shit last night, and I woke up at like 4 a.m, and that's the first thing I seen. And I was like, man, I gotta make a short about this, because man, this is on some real. This is on some real. 90% of people are still asleep. So instead of resisting with hate, I got to just love instead. Because the more you learn how to just love yourself and everyone regardless, that's what makes you gain a higher frequency, the vibration, your consciousness. It expands the more and more that you can learn to love yourself and everyone, and forgive yourself and everyone, and be focused on service to others. Being focused on service to others, mixed with these things, love and forgiveness, service to others, you're now on a new level. So, amen. Thank you, one infinite creator out there in the universe. Amazing. That love and light out in the universe. We are made of love and light. Our spirit. This body is just a vessel. It doesn't even, we reincarnate. Our real self is our spirit. So once you learn to tap into the love and the light, game over. Game over. You get too wise for all these attacks, and so yeah, we just gotta love people anyways, and send them on their way if they're not aligning with the real true purpose of being here, which I just mentioned. Those 3 things. That's how simple it really is. People don't understand the power of forgiveness and the power of love and the power of being of service to others. You know, yes, you got to take care of yourself the best you can, but ultimately, my real focus is being of 51% service to others. And the remaining 49% is for you. It's about giving more than you take. So that is my practice. And, you know, the people who say I don't have a job and this and that, well, I was just employed just this summer for a little bit. No, I had a job for a little bit. It didn't work out. That's not my real job. That's a distraction. That's what keeps me away from my real job here. My real mission. So what? Once you realize this and you realize that, okay, I'm on this path, and if I keep letting a job control my life, then I'm not on this path like I'm supposed to be. And our one infinite creator will let you know. You will get smacked up until you start to realize that, hey, this game, this illusion of money, it's a game made to distract us. That's why so many people out there are just so focused on money. They like worship money. Bro, that's like demons. That's demons, bro. God, our true one infinite creator, doesn't care about money. It's wild. Even if you read, you know, I'm not religious. I'm spiritual. There's a difference. Religion is just another distraction like money and a job. Slavery. You understand, most of the making minimum wage in today's world is slavery. Man, I pray more people realize that. Bro, you literally, to rent an apartment and to pay all the bills and everything, making minimum wage as a single person, you're a full-time slave now. So that's what made me let that old life go. And I received so much hate for it. Oh, you don't have a job. Oh, you're just a bum. Oh, you're this and that and that and that and that. No, I'm none of that. I'm none of that, you see. The real true connection with our one infinite creator won't allow me to be tricked like that anymore. That's why the last job interview I went to, before I even went up in there, I felt it deep inside. I was like, bro, this is not what I'm supposed to be doing. Our one infinite creator, the connection I have with that, is telling me right now, before I even go in there, that don't do it. Don't do it. And I almost had that job, but thankfully, that feeling that I had when I went in there made me, I was like trying to get the job, but at the same time, showing that I'm very independent. Showing that, you know, I'm not your average type. And, you know, that's all you have to do, and then you get no job for you. It's crazy. I wasn't even not trying to get the job, but I wasn't trying to get the job because of that connection I had before I went into the interview. It was deep in my spirit. I could feel it, and it was like, no, brother, don't do it. Stay on your mission. Stay on your mission. You will be blessed. You will be blessed eventually. But I'm already blessed spiritually. I'm already blessed because of this connection I have. I wish I could help you. Thank you, thank you. Amen, my friend. Amen. Okay, so this is another comment that's we're gonna go ahead and put this person in timeout because let me answer that for you though. Okay, there's zero. I don't find any men attractive. That is negative greetings that are not welcome on this channel. So, yeah, you can go about your business, eh? I'm going to continue doing me. Much love, no hate. But one infinite creator does not believe that a man should be with another man. Or a woman should be with another woman. Period. Whoever has brainwashed society into thinking that comes from demons. Bro, that's... Eesh. So yeah, none of that's welcome on here. My real ones understand though. Okay, well, you can go ahead and do that on your own time, hey? That's not welcome on here. I'm not telling you you can't do what you do, but you're not going to do it down here. So if you support that, you can go ahead and continue to do that, but it's not going to come on here. 100% facts. Yeah, that's what I've just spoke about. I guess you came in a little late, yo. I was already speaking about that. Yeah, there's demons all around. All around. But guess what? God's armor is protecting me, and I'm a warrior. So I will slay these demons. There are true things of a spiritual warrior. There has to be. There can't just be negative warriors. Obviously, duh. How can you only have... Well, what are they going to fight themselves? Come on, are they going to be like... Dunk, 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 dunk? Come on. We're too wise for this, yo. We're too wise for this. Welcome to 2026, yo. Where people start to awaken. They can join me. Join me on this awakening. Join me because I'm already here. 100% owe it to our one infinite creator. 100%. This connection, it does not it's only mine through our one infinite creator, which is within ourselves. Once y'all start to tap into that, I promise your life will be so different. So different. How am I out here with no food, no gas, no heater, yet I'm smiling and I'm happy and I'm following my mission, my true purpose. Yeah, I had a job this summer, but our infinite creator put situations that caused me to lose that job because I wasn't going to follow their little puppetry. I'm too wise for that. Thank God. So I just said it. God is the love and the light out in the universe. The real ones who I have met with, I'm not alone. The real ones, I just met one the other day. The real ones out here know that the God is the love and the light in the universe, the one infinite creator. The real ones know And the rest we'll soon find out, because the truth will prevail. The truth is the truth, regardless if you understand. And it's not my job to force you. That's not the... No, that no bad karma here. I'm not gonna get karmically involved with you. You can take it or leave it. But the truth will prevail. And someday you will see that man with this cat DC knowledge and entertainment, what he was talking about, yo, it's wow. The truth prevailed. I see it now. I promise every one of you, you will see. I don't have to force anybody to do anything. I'm just a messenger through our one infinite creator in Jesus Christ. Amen. Church? Oh, religion? Oh, wait a minute. You're talking about another form of control. That's what you're really referring to. Let's keep it 100% real, yo. Church? So what? You can give them your money? You can give the church? How is that even logically making any sense? Church? Religion? It's a tax-free business. That's the truth about it. That's the truth about it. Religion is not there to save nobody. They're so confused in the head that they don't even know what's real or not. Bible thumpers. I'm not saying don't read the Bible, but I'm saying don't. How can you take that as the word of God? Somebody wrote that. I don't know. I take it with precaution. I've read it. And I agree with some things, but, you know, it was still written just like this play we're living in, just like this game we're living in. This is a game. And how to pass the game is through knowledge, not money. You can have all the money and still be at level 1. Money does not put you at a higher level. True spiritual growth, knowledge, wisdom, understanding, that's wealth. That's wealth. Knowing the love and light out there in the universe, that's wealth. That's what makes you on a higher level, not money. If all you know is money, you're down here. And I don't say this to make nobody mad. I say this because it's true. And the truth just happens to hurt people. But the real ones out there understand what I'm saying. And that's all that matters. We're starting 2026 off right. We're not going to feed into all these distractions that keep us back in the past. How can we move on to the future if we're stuck in the past? It's time to let the old ways go so new ways can be born. So we can finally not be controlled by money anymore. If y'all only knew the real information from real insiders. If you only knew this information that I'm trying to share with you. Okay, we are the only planet in the whole universe that is low enough density of consciousness to allow ourselves to be controlled by money. We're the only planet out there that is still controlled by money. So if that's your main focus, the level of game that you're at is down here. Because the way to truly advance, I've already just spoke about. It's not money. I've had $200,000 before. Okay? I've had $200,000 before. And that, let me tell you, that divided my attention. That divided my focus. That showed me the truth about money. That experience of having $200,000 before, that taught me a lesson about my real true purpose and what is actually wealth and what is distraction. Thankfully, that $200,000 I had before, years ago, only a few years ago, that money made me see the light. It was like, okay, it put me in situations that made me learn. I had to grow and learn from them. Money is the ultimate tool of distraction. If all you worship is money, the level of this game that you're on, these different levels, just like in a video game, you're still at the beginning. You're going to continue to be still at the beginning until you focus on other things. Any real spiritual warrior out there will tell you the same thing. If they don't, they are false prophets. And I do not even claim to be one. I'm a messenger through our one infinite creator. I owe this connection to that, not and through myself, not just me. I wouldn't be who I am without this connection. Yeah, we'll use controlled by demonic forces. It even says in the Bible, it even warns people in the Bible what money is. Yet 90% of you still run around like a chicken with your head cut off. Because all you focus on is money. You're still down here, homie. No matter how much money you have, money is not the root of what puts you to the next level. You can have all the money and still be down here. Money doesn't make your connection with God. So, yeah, you can go ahead and love that if you want, but man, one day you will see. God will show you. God will show you. It says a rich man is less likely to enter the kingdom of heaven than a camel can go through the eye of a needle. Why does it say that if money is good? Money is the opposite of good, my friends. Money is only a third density consciousness thinking. There's beings out there with that's our self. The beings that are out there in higher density consciousness, that's our self. Just another timelines, another densities, dimensions. But here on planet Earth, we are only at a third density consciousness. You know, depending on your own growth, the average time that you get reunited with the one infinite creator, not just reunited with Jesus, but I'm talking about the one infinite creator. That comes when you've reached like around 6 density of consciousness. 6th, 7th density, somewhere right around there. For some 5. It all depends on your own spiritual growth. So I got to so yeah, all these distractions out there, I just I don't let them shape who I am anymore. That's my New Year's resolution. But let it go. Let the old system of control, let it go. The sooner everybody lets that system of control go, the more and more people that do that, I'm telling you, that's what creates the awakening. And I'm not the only one preaching this, but I am one of the only ones that's really, really focused on these really good spiritual teachings like this, because, man, yes, I need it right now for basic survival. Outside of my basic survival, I could care less about money. Outside of my basic survival, I don't. It's not for me. I've already had $200,000 before. It wasn't for me. Amen. I was made to be a humble being, able to teach by practice. Not by just bumping my guns and not actually living what I'm talking about. No. I actually live what I'm talking about. I live here in an RV. This is my home. And I'm very thankful for it. And I am way happier than I ever was in any apartment, than I ever was in any house. What I have going on right now is the happiest that I have ever been in my life. No girlfriend. No, very little distractions. I'm out here with nature. I'm at the ocean. Nature right there. You feel me? I'm on a different level. And I owe that to our one infinite creator. Nahin. Man, that feels good after an hour of rambling on. It gotta take a little nicotine break, to regather myself a little bit. I'm hungry. I don't have any food right now, so I gotta fix that problem. But outside of my basic survival, I don't care. I don't need to come up on more money than just to survive and to finish paying off my land payment. How sure am I that it's a reliable source of information is that I am very, 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 very sure. Because this information comes from higher density beings. There's 35 different ancient prophecies. Okay, 35 different ancient prophecies that all speak about one solar event coming. and so much more information. So much more information. It's amazing. Have y'all ever heard of Ra? Ra is one good source of information. Ra was viewed as the sun god, but he's not. There's only one infinite creator. Ra is just a higher density being. It's just our higher density self. Reincarnation is very real. It's our soul. I chose to come to this planet. I chose to be incarnated, born into this planet. I come from somewhere else. And that is very amazing. I get homesick a lot. I get homesick for the planet that I come from and how different it is. People on this planet, most of them cannot even begin to understand how different places are out there that have already advanced. We're literally the lowest density of consciousness on this planet. I mean, in the universe, this planet is the lowest density out of the universe. That's why this planet is just a school. We're just here to learn. The real goal on this planet is not money. That's the distraction. It's not religion. It's a distraction. It's not to be a slave. That's a distraction. A real true purpose of being here in the school that we're in is to learn. Knowledge is wealth. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, that is wealth. And yeah, check out the have y'all ever heard of Jurassic 5? Have y'all heard of Jurassic 5 music before? Check out some Jurassic 5 music. And check out some Spirit of Truth. Spirit of Truth has some good music too. Type in Spirit of Truth music. And actually, it's all in my playlist. All this stuff. None of what I speak about is made up, okay? All of what I speak about is here on my channel for everybody to see. Check out my playlist section. Check out my Ascension playlist. You can go to my homepage. My homepage will bring you to all these different playlists and all these different things. I don't know. Daisy girl. I don't have any actual brothers other than the brothers. We're all brothers and sisters on a cosmic level. On a cosmic level, we all come from the one infinite creator. So we're all family in a way because we all come from one source. So, you know, even the demons, unfortunately, that are on this planet. But they're not going to prevail. They're not going to succeed. They're not going to rule the world any longer. They're not going to manipulate us any longer. They're not going to disinform us any longer. Okay, all these traits are all coming to an end because too many people are aware. I'm one of many. And that's a blessing. That's like for real a blessing. Man, this information has seriously changed my life. I've been on this path for like a decade now. It's taken so much hard work to get to where I'm at. So much hard work. My head is hurting. I'm hungry. It's that hard work. I'm hungry. I don't even have any food or gas. I have enough gas to get to the gas station, and then what? I don't have any money right now. So what's good, yo? What info, man? So much, brother. So much. My channel is filled with it. Go to my home screen, my home page on my channel, and you'll see different playlists and all kinds of really good stuff. I had a 6-hour live stream the other day that's at the top of my channel. Like when you go to my page, at the top, the video that's there, it was 6-hour long live stream from the other day. I had my first ever 6-hour long live stream. Okay, I've done 2 hours, I've done 3 hours, I've done like 4 hours. But no, this one was 6 hours. And I got into all kinds of it. But all this information I'm sharing is in my channel here for everyone to see. My focus is being of service to others. Everything that I speak about is all on this channel. David Wilcock is an amazing source of information. Absolutely amazing. You know, we all, every one of us, regardless who we are, every one of us has flaws. No one is perfect. You start to become once you are reunited with the one infinite creator, which who knows, maybe a long time ago, my soul, I already know I'm not from this planet. So maybe I've already been reunited, but I don't know. I don't know if I was a 4th density being or a 5th density being, or I don't know where exactly in the universe that my soul comes from. But I can assure you it's not this planet. That's why I get so homesick sometimes. So homesick. Because my true home is not on this planet. Just like in the Bible, when it talks about not of this world. There's over 1 million beings on this planet like myself who are not of this world. Over 1 million. A small percentage. You feel me? A small, but we all have a mission. And unfortunately, not all starseeds awaken to their mission. But luckily, mine started back in 2013. My mission literally started in 2013. And yes, it's been a bumpy ride since then. Oh, I've lost focus so many times. But not any longer. The end of 2025 taught me very valuable lessons. I have learned very valuable things from 2025 that I am now fully applying to 2026. That's my New Year's resolution, is to let the old world go. This world that's controlled us for hundreds of years, I gotta let it go now. It doesn't hold our true purpose. That old world of being distracted by money and religion and all these crazy things that literally are just there to divide us. real true growth beyond just spiritual growth, but real true growth as a society is when we can become united. United we stand. Okay, united we stand. Divided we fall. There's so much division in the world. That's why we're falling. Collectively speaking, the world has been falling because it needs to learn this valuable lesson. And I have basically finished my coffee. And I will be right back. I'm going to use my bathroom right there to go relieve myself of this coffee. I'll be right back. Whoo, I feel so much better now. Yee, I had to get that coffee out of me, you know? Sometimes, especially when it's raining outside and, you know, I'm on the West Coast, so I'm literally at the ocean, so there's a lot of humidity. And the humidity from the morning mixed with coffee, eventually your eyeballs will start floating so bad your head will start to hurt. And that's what was happening. So I was like, man, I got to go relieve myself real quick. So anyways, much love, everyone. Much love. Okay, who's the person behind you? That's Daisy. Oh, my phone died. No, this is not pre-recorded. Why? All right. Let's try this again. My phone died. All right, my phone died, everyone. No, I'm not from Mars. I know that I'm not from Mars. No. Beings on Mars were negative. That's who started the Illuminati. Anyways, no, my phone died on me. I don't know if anybody's gonna still continue to get this, but yeah, my phone has died. I somehow accidentally unplugged it and it died again. I was like, oh cool, I'm gonna be able to jump back in there.